Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going wonderful. I'm back again to share 2 cards with you. Today we're going to be making some holiday cards with some festive colors. I have the Simon Hurley Mantel Village die set. Creates 2 houses, and then it has a mantle that you can set them on and a couple of bottle brush trees. And speaking of bottle brush trees, we have the Simon Hurley Whimsical Bottle Brush Trees die set. This creates 3 trees that are pretty fabulous. We'll be making these on our cards. And then for my background, we're bringing in a new embossing folder. It's called 3D Bark from Simon Hurley. And I love texture in my background, and I think this is going to work out perfectly. So we're going to start by doing some embossing, and then we're going to do some die cutting for my background. I'm bringing in another die set that's not Christmas themed, but I do like the zigzags. These are called the Pinking Edge Birthday Add-Ons die set from Wendy Vecchi. It has 3 of those pinked edge. We're going to take not the largest, but the middle and the smallest pinking edge. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take white cardstock, and with the smallest, I'm going to make sure this is centered, and I'll cut out a window in here. And then using some gray cardstock, I'll take the next size, making sure it's centered. Because for my cards today, I'm going to be using both the positive and negative of these 2 panels. So we have gray, and then we have white. And then I'll take the same 2 colors, and we're going to die cut, not die cut, we're going to emboss with the 3D Bark embossing folder. The gray, I'm actually going to go horizontal, and the white, I'll go vertical in my embossing folder. So I'll do that really quickly. And I'm also actually, while I'm at it, I'm taking the Simon Hurley Handwritten Holiday Sentiments, and I'm going to use the same colors here, and I'm going to die cut out Deck the Halls and Warm Wishes. Those will be my greetings for today. Since our dies don't have greetings in it, this will actually work perfect. So I have a bit of die cutting to do. I'll be right back. So my gray and white is die cut out, and what we're going to start by doing is doing a little bit of layering to save a little bit of time. First, we're going to take this background panel, which looks great on either side, I have to say. I'm going to add some glue, and we're going to attach this to one of our card bases. For both of my cards, we're going to make an A2 card, but one of them is going to be a landscape. So this will go here. So this one's good to go. Now with these, I'm going to go ahead and add some glue behind here. And I will tack this down to this panel. And then I'm going to take this, flip it over, and I'm going to put foam tape behind here. And then this one is going to go adhered to the front of my card base. So this one is prepped and ready to go. Eventually this one's going to go here, and this one will go in the center. But I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending in the background. So we're going to put these to the side, and my greetings too. And we're going to work on creating let's create our Mantel Village first. So I'm going to die cut out my Mantel Village, and I'll be right back. For my houses, usually I put yellow behind the windows, but I'm going to shake it up today, and I went with a darker color. So I die cut out the base house, and then we're going to just layer this on a darker color house. We'll just stack them together. Like so. And then I have the doorway. Let's go ahead and adhere this. And that house is all done. Let's do the same thing to this house. We'll just add a little bit of glue. We'll tack it down to the solid base house, and then we'll add the doorway. The nice thing about this die set is sky's the limit with your houses. Okay, to create my bottle brush trees on here, I die cut out 2 different colors of green, and there is a score line in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and reinforce that score line. Okay, I'm not going to do the bottom one, but I am going to add a little glue to my bottle brush base, and I'll tack the darker one here. And you can go, I think you can go, if you want, you can put the tree part on the front, on the back, however you, or lower or higher, however, which way you want. I'm going to put glue, a thin bead of glue right down the score mark on both of these. And then I'm going to add my tree here. And then we have a fun little dimensional tree that of course will flatten during the mail. But if you're going to hand send it over, I think that's really pretty. I'm going to take my frame. I'm not going to remove the release paper. I'm just going to lay it over the top of my card. And then I'm going to arrange my mantle where I want it to go. I'm going to make it kind of lower here in this lower section. And I think that's a good spot. Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my houses. Okay, I think that looks really cute. Now I want to create a wintry scene. So to do that, I'm going to bring in my splatter white, and I have my water brush here. We're just going to add some water. We'll thin it out a little bit. Then I'm going to add some splatter in my background. Kind of want to go a little heavy. So now we have some snowfall in the background. I'm going to clean off my work surface. We'll set this aside and we'll start with our next card. For my Whimsical bottle brushes, I went ahead and did my die cutting. And I used the same colors we used for the houses. I like the way that look, and we're going to also add snowfall to this. This is layering. So what we're going to do is first add that detail piece to the bottom of our bottle brush. This is just going to give it a little bit of dimension. And you just tack, this little piece adds so much. It'll just bring this to life. Okay, first we'll do the green tree. I think the green tree's pretty basic. I'm going to add a glue to the top of our bottle brush stand. I'll add my darker green. And then we'll add the lighter green. I'm going to fluff up those pine needles a little bit for a little dimension. And I'm actually going to offset this too. I love the way that looks. Looks so playful and whimsical. I'm going to flip these over eventually and put some small foam squares behind here. Now for these trees, basically we do the same thing, but we're going to do it in 3 different stages. So I'm going to add some glue down here. And then there are, let's put these in order just to make it easier. I'll take the dark pink, tack this down. Okay, we're just going to add a little glue here. I'll add the light pink. And then we're just going to repeat the process, adding a little glue. So that tree's done. Now this one we're going to do a little bit different. I think for this one we're going to do it the way it's intended. So let's line these up. I'm going to add glue to all the top portion of the pine needles on the darker set. Okay, and then we'll add the lighter set here and here, and then we'll do this one, and we're offsetting it so you can see the different colors. Okay, and then, you know, I think ideally these should go on this one, but we're switching it up. So I'm going to add a little glue here. We're going to add this one. Okay, and then I'll add a little dot of glue here. And we'll add the next layer. And then I'll add a little dot of glue here. And we're going to add our final layer. And our trees are done. I'm going to flip both of these over and put some foam tape behind here. For this background panel, I'm going to add a little bit of color. I have 3 of my ink blending brushes that coordinate with these colors. I'm hoping I have enough ink on here just to add a little bit of color in my background. No, I think I may need a little more green. Now I'm going to layer both of these together. I think that looks perfect. I'm going to bring more of my splatter white in, and we're going to add some snowfall. I just love the snowfall-y look in the background. Okay, I want to set this aside to dry, and then we're going to work on our first card. I think my snowfall on my first card is just about dry, so now I'm going to take the frame that we created and we'll add this to the front of our card. Okay, now we're going to add our greeting, and I think we're going to add Deck the Halls to this one, and I'm going to nestle the words right between my mantle and the framed part. I'm not going to press down just yet. I want to make sure that I have them evenly spaced. They nestled in there really nicely. And then for this card, I went ahead and put some foam tape behind my bottle brush trees, my Whimsical bottle brush trees. And we're going to tack this down right in the middle. And we'll add warm wishes. I have some of these iridescent stars that we're going to add. So let's go ahead and add, I want to add some iridescent stars to the tops of these trees. And lastly, I'm going to bring in my diamond stickles. And I'm just going to add little dots of sparkle in with that snow so it kind of glistens a little bit. Just making it more whimsical. And I'm going to add some sparkle to the windows on these houses. And that finishes off my cards for today. A little sparkle in those windows. And then also a little sparkle on those bottle brush trees that look really dimensional. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon for another card making project. If you like this video or this content, please give me a thumbs up. It sure does help out the channel. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.